Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from Cool Cleveland. We are here at AXPONA 2024 in Chicago, Illinois, and we're here with Katie Wilson from Linn Products. Katie, so great to see you again.
Yeah, lovely to see you too. Excited to be back for year 2 at AXPONA.
Yeah, only your second year, right?
Second year, yeah.
Right. Now, we spoke with you last year. You were generous enough to talk about your experience as a woman in the field, and you were like, hey, Lynn's been very good to me. I've done very well here, and you have a new role this year.
I do, yeah. I have been enjoying working with North America over the last couple of years, and recently my role has changed to have a team lead role for the sales team at Linn, as well as looking after North America.
That is so cool. Could you introduce us to a couple of your colleagues here from Linn?
Yeah, for sure. We have two colleagues at different stages in their Linn career. We have Gordon Inch and Lorenzo Pacitti, who are both our brand ambassadors, so product trainers and events team. Gordon's been at Linn for over 20 years now. Lorenzo is a little fresher, been here for just 1 year, but I'll let them maybe say a little bit more about their roles and what they do.
So Gordon, you were probably about 4 or 5 years old when you started with Linn, is that about right?
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? I've been with Linn for almost half the company's existence, which still blows me away, but it's been good. It's been a great journey.
So you guys just celebrated, what, was it 50 years or so now?
Yeah, half a century in business and still an independent company. You know, it's wonderful to be part of the greatest human achievement, which is music.
And in case they didn't guess by now, you're based in Glasgow, Scotland, right?
Indeed. The accent probably tells you I'm not local. You know, it's a bit of a giveaway.
So these people are not from Chicago, but that's cool. Lorenzo, talk about your role. Only a year here, and you really came out of what? You had your own record store for a while, huh?
Yeah, I've got a music background at a record store in Glasgow for about 6 years, and I've done supervision for films, A&R work, so coming into Linn, it's just all about music, so it was an easy fit. It wasn't too much of a technical change.
You already knew what a turntable was, so you had a leg up on everyone else, right? What's selling in the record stores in Glasgow? I'm just kind of curious, because we kind of know what sells in our area, but what's really hot in your record store?
A lot of alternative stuff. In Glasgow in particular, there's quite a big hip-hop scene, particularly for buying new records, and there's always people bargain bin diving, every day. So it's a very busy record store scene. For a small city, we have about 7 full-time big record stores.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Again, I see so many similarities with Cleveland and Glasgow. We were talking about this, the Midwestern industrial, the sort of blue-collar, no bullshit attitude, the bad weather, everything, right? Our weather's been getting better and better with global warming. Katie, we talked last year about women in this industry. I just want to see, has anything changed in your mind? You were saying you have some new hires this year that I don't know if it's surprising or not, but it's good news.
Yeah, absolutely. A good sign for us growing the sales team, right? It's always something we're pleased to do. So we have 2 new women in our sales team as well, and we've just hired a gentleman as well, and we have another woman in our marketing team. So really expanding the team, and I suppose it's a continuation of the growth we saw over the COVID period, but also we've been launching products at the higher end for us, higher price points, higher performance, and really kind of launching ourselves into a new product category with the new Solo 800 mono amplifiers we launched just in January, which we have on show here at AXPONA. And yeah, it's just been great to see, and continuing that positive feel and the culture that we've created at Linn. So the personality, like I said, I think last year is really the most important thing.
Right. It seems we were talking a little bit with Michael Fremer about nostalgia and the vinyl that's still selling from the 70s and 80s, and the resurgence is really young people driving it. So that's an interesting thing when you're crossing 50 years and you've been in this particular role for so long. Tell me about that, what that's like when you've seen it come and go and come back again.
Yeah, well, my listening has went full circle. So I grew up listening to vinyl, and I would buy a 7-inch single every weekend with my pocket money. And then when streaming came along, I jumped in with both feet and got really involved in that, and sadly got rid of a lot of my vinyl collection. But now I've went full circle and I'm back into vinyl in a big way. So I find music streaming, but I buy it on vinyl.
Right. Yeah, this is what Michael was saying. Even if it's digitally recorded, if it's then mastered onto vinyl, there's a certain quality to it, right? Are you finding this being the youngest guy around here, Lorenzo? What is it about vinyl that young people love? We know why old people love it. It reminds them of their youth, and they still have their collection from 50 years ago. But why are young people going out? You know what? I saw this statistic. 50% of record buyers do not own a record turntable. okay, or a record player, or anything. Why are they buying these? Why?
I think there's something irreplaceable about a physical collection and a physical connection to your music. I mean, I know that's why I opened, and a lot of my younger customers were the same. But until I started at Linn, I didn't have an awareness of high-end streaming. Like there's an awareness at the top end of what's possible that young people who are used to Spotify or streaming casually don't know about. And I think you see that in vinyl, and it's going to bleed into higher end streaming as well, where people just want to hear stuff as clearly as they can and as well as they can.
It seems almost like a reaction to streaming, especially Spotify, where the quality hasn't been good, right? I mean, there's a lot of Tidal, Qobuz where you can get the quality, but so many people are on Spotify, which is still not even CD quality. Maybe they're saying it. The vinyl not only has all the great, let's call it metadata, album covers, and liner notes like that we all used to read, right? Although you can get that now in Rune, and it's available, but it seems like young people are saying there's more to it. There's more to it than just the file, and it's the tangibility of it, and especially Linn, where it's really a kind of a product that audiophiles have always loved. The Linn turntable, it's legendary. It's not for just anyone. It's like, no, I got a Linn table, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We were just talking about this the other day, and Gordon was saying he's got this feeling that having, like you say, something tangible in your hands, and up until now, people of a younger generation, music isn't something tangible. It's something on a file. It's something that they it's on their phone. It's not something they can hold, right? And so having that record in your hand and opening it up like a book, and it tells a story, and it's got information about the artist or the album or the creation experience and project, it's something that kind of pulls you back in. And we've found that with our product as well. So obviously vinyl's always been a tactile thing. You have to place the record on, you have to move the arm into place, and we try to apply that same mentality, that same philosophy to our streamers. So we actually have a dial on the streamer itself. We have smart buttons on the front to invite people in and to interact with even the digital music too. And we've seen that be really, really popular.
Yeah. Instead of just an app where you tap your phone like everything else, it's a tactile response. Thank you guys so much for spending the time. Congratulations, Gordon, Lorenzo, Katie, for taking a few moments out of your thing. Congratulations on the 50th anniversary. Can't wait to have a look at the documentary you guys have put together. Best of luck here at AXPONA.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next year.
Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from Cool Cleveland. We're here at AXPONA 2024.